T-Boys TV outside Kenilworth Road. 2-1 victory over Sheffield Wednesday. Finally winning at home again. Back-to-back wins. I'm here with Mike. Great turnaround in the end. Typical Luton fashion, really.
It was, Tyler. Good to see you, mate. Yeah, I mean, from 1-0 down to win 2-1, I mean, we don't do that very often, do we? Certainly not in the Premier League. But I mean, again, you know, we kind of just about deserved the win, I think. First half, it was a pretty even first half, to be fair. First half hour was pretty even. We came into the game as it went towards half-time. I've got to say the ref, even though we won the game, the ref was absolutely awful. I've got to be honest with you. I mean, it's one of the worst first-half refereeing performances I've ever seen down here, and that's saying something. I mean, he was shocking. But I just thought we played so well. Obviously, we saw the team news there drop at 2 o'clock, and Bell's clearly injured. I mean, he wasn't in the squad, was he, today? So there's obviously something not quite right there. But obviously, Walters came back, which gave us the balance at the back with Doughty switching to the left from Millwall on Saturday. And yeah, it was a very strong lineup, wasn't it? With the subs were strong as well, and that's crucial in this division. Let's be fair about that. I mean, it's all about the subs. And we met a couple of Sheffield Wednesday guys in the pub before the game, and they were saying they'll take a draw all day long. And their issue was the fact that they haven't got a strong bench, and the way they play, you know, it's that fast, high press, attacking play all day long, and they just run out of steam. And that's exactly what happened today, to be fair. And we kind of saw it happen. And you know, we went in at half time 0-0, and you know, you kind of thought we should be 1-0 up really, but you take 0-0 at half time. But we played pretty well first half, and we've played well every game this season, apart from the Burnley game, to be fair. We're creating the chances, and you know, they went 1-0 up, and cracking goal, I've got to say that. I mean, I know we gave the ball, I think it was Alfie gave the ball away down our left hand side. I think it was Alfie, and once the ball came across, I mean, you saw Bannon hanging on the far post, and you thought, he's got this in his locker, isn't he? And he just tucked it away. Lovely finish. That was a good goal. And, you know, the pressure was on. But, I mean, to be fair to Rob Edwards, he made the subs early second half. I mean, we can't knock him for the positive subs. I mean, there was so much going on there second half that he brought 3 on together, didn't he? And, you know, as soon as we scored the equaliser, we said to the lads, next goal wins this at 1-1. And it was that sort of game, wasn't it, really? But, I mean, Nelson played well when he came on there second half. Let's have a look who else come on. There was a lot of subs. Walsh went off, didn't he? And I can't remember the order of all this, but Chong went off, obviously, second half. The first batch of substitutions, I think it was. But I mean, we brought on, you know, Krause come on second half, Moses come on. Obviously, Carlton, we know, came on. Let's talk about Pelly. Let's be fair. Let's talk about Pelly for a minute. A legend at this club, let's be fair. But I mean, I think in the January window, he's going to want to look for football, isn't he? That's a separate phone-in on its own side of that one, isn't it? But I mean, I think Pelly is going to go, isn't he? Because he wants first-team football, and he ain't got a chance here at the moment of starting the game with the players we've got now on the bench, because it's all about the quality on the bench right now. And obviously he's gone. Taylor come on. But I mean, Morris, again, it's good man management, isn't it? With Morris to be rested against Millwall, I'd rather say rested than dropped. But I mean, to be rested against Millwall and not starting today, and obviously Bell's got an injury, so Jordan Clark was the captain today. I mean, they're big calls, all of them. But for Morris to come on, no, get a penalty. I want to see the penalty back, because I mean, I'm not sure from the Oak Road if it was handball or not. I've got to say that. But anyway, we got a penalty, and he tucked it away lovely into the corner. And to score 2 goals, having been rested for a game and a half, that's good man management, isn't it? And, you know, he's the sort of hero tonight. But then Krause come on second half with Moses, and they're just quality players, aren't they? I mean, Moses and Krause, they've got so much time on the ball, especially Moses. Oh, my God. I mean, there was once in the second half down by the right-hand corner flag by the David Priest. How he dug the cross out, I'll never know from where I was standing, but he did. And, you know, he's just got a lot of quality about him. And I think at the end of the day, we deserve to win the game 2-1. And what it does, it gives us momentum into Friday night, into Plymouth away. And it tells the rest of the division, hang on a minute, you know, Luton are charging on 7 points now, and there's something going on, isn't there? And I mean, we've just got such a good squad. And it's all about the injuries. If we can steer clear of injuries for the rest of the season, you know, we've got one of the best squads in the division here. And I was surprised Burke played today, because he's our best defender by miles, but we've got to manage his game time. And whether he'll start at Plymouth or whether he might be rested against Oxford, he'll be rested at some point soon, because he just can't play. Well, he's not played more than 8 games on the trot for us, but he's our best defender when he does. So there's a lot of good decisions that Rob's got to make and take in the next couple of weeks. But it's where we want to be right now, isn't it? Let's be fair.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You want to be in that position. You know, we got to win. You know, that's all that mattered. And like you said, the subs are impactful. That's the thing. I remember we had a spell last season, didn't we, where we dropped Morris, and then he obviously played, and then obviously he started scoring again. So, you know, it's one of them for him where he's sort of a confidence player like that, and that's obviously helped him today.
Yeah, it's man management, isn't it? And I mean, let's be fair, Rob's great at that. We've seen him over the last 18 months or so, obviously with the Tom Lockyer situation, everything else that's gone on. He just knows how to look after individual players, doesn't he? And he's done the same with Morris there today. And I mean, Morris would have been gutted last week to be rested or dropped against Millwall. And even today, he's probably more devastated today not to start at home you know, against Sheffield Wednesday. But I mean, he's come back hungry and scored 2 goals, and he's going to start now on Friday night, Morris, because you cannot drop someone that scored 2 goals in their previous game. So he'll start, Morris, and it's whether Elijah's rested or whether we go for 2 up top. But again, Rob Edwards again today, once we went 1-0 down and brought the subs on, we went to a flat back 4 and we were better for it. And, you know, I know Rob was kind of born by, his first words were wing backs, I think, because that's his philosophy, isn't it? It's wing backs all the way. But I mean, we do look good with 4 at the back, but we only seem to do it when we have to do it. And I'm kind of happy with that in a way. I think stick to our guns, and, you know, Walters or Doughty is the right wing back, you know, Bell or whoever or Doughty on the left. And I mean, 3 in the middle. We've got this array of richness now in the centre defence positions, because we've still got obviously Mads on the bench, and Tom Holmes as well, and someone else I can't remember. Oh, Hashioka's still out injured. So we've got so many options at the back, but I think we've learnt now we've got to manage the players, which includes Marvellous as well, because we called Marvellous for coming off about 66, 67 minutes. We said in the pub he'll come off about then for Kraus. And I think we were spot on, because we've learned to manage the players now, because we were in all sorts of trouble last season with injuries and playing players longer than they should have been. But I think this season we've got a squad full of fit players, and you know, we've learned from our mistakes of last season, really. So right now we're in a good position, Tyler. We really are. Yeah,
no, absolutely. Quick one then. Score prediction for Friday?
Yeah, well, we're going down. There's a bunch of us going down on the 11:15 from Paddington on Friday morning into Plymouth, and stopping overnight. And I mean, it's Wayne Rooney's Plymouth, isn't it? So Sky are going to love all that, aren't they? I mean, they're going to be banging the drum for Plymouth. But I mean, you got to fancy us, you know, to win the game without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, I'd fancy us to score two down there, to be fair. And yeah, I'd go for a 2-0 win, like an away win, which is 9 points out of 9, and then we've got Oxford on the Tuesday night, and it's yeah, we're just going to get the others running scared, don't we? That's the plan right now.
Yeah. And obviously we've got Watford soon. They lost again, so
yeah, they lost 4-1 today to Norwich, and I mean, you know, Norwich ain't all that right now. So you know, 4 weeks today is the big game. That's game 10 of the season. That lot down here. So yeah, it's one game at a time, isn't it? I mean, I do get in trouble for going ahead of myself with more than one game at a time, but you know, we're looking at Friday night Plymouth, which is game 7, and then that lot in game 10, and then it's a 2-week break, isn't it? Or is it just before that? It's just before that, I think, isn't it? Just before that, yeah. So, yeah, no, it's all good. I mean, you know, I thought at the start of the season we'd be on probably 6 or 7 points after the first 4 games, and we were only on 1, but we knew we had injuries all over the place. So, you know, right now we'll take the position we're in as it stands, because we've got a clear run of a clean bill of health, and that's what it just counts for no injuries in this division. It's all about fitness and strength on the bench, and that's where we are right now, isn't it?
No, absolutely. But thank you, Mike, for coming on to the channel.
Good stuff, mate.
And that was a good one.
Like and subscribe, you know the rest.